wouldn't help anymore. I don't know. But and I've already made a video for Iran and Iranian women and women of the world, reminding you why you're wearing the burqas, that if the majority of women were wearing the burqas, that the very, very, very special people would be protected, but these are all special in a way, so there's no very, very, very special people. These are all special. It's like a tablecloth at this stage. Red and white stripes are like a tablecloth in mashed mesh. Baby. Mahsa, is it? Mahsa, yeah, Mahsa. Speaking of Mahsa. This lady that isn't dead, and has caused a war now. It's very unlikely to me. You just believe everything you see on the TV. It's very unlikely. Like, Ukraine bombed their own playground there the other day, and you just think, and among the bombings, one was a playground. During the Russian bombings, I'd say Ukraine bombed their own playground, cleared it out and bombed their own playground to make it look like Russia was also bombing, hitting excessive targets of children in a playground. Russia wouldn't do this. Russia are killing a lot of gangsters and Ukrainians for things they're doing to kids. Dilia deti. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. For the children. For what you did to children. What you are doing to children. Probably down Donbass or whatever they're doing down to children. Murdering it. And, a lot of Babylonian sex slavery going on at the moment. Hostages as well, you know what I mean? You got your kids, Putin, or you got your kids, General, and you're going to stop the war now. I'd say a lot of Russian kids are being killed or as hostages. But anyway, it's very unlikely to me that this woman died in police custody. I've been tried to kill in police custody. And for apparently no reason as well. But it's very unlikely to me that she actually probably is someone very wealthy, but it seems of things. What I'd imagine this morality police probably did was dropped her on the outside of the town, outside of the city, and left her there without her burqa. Or her, I'm not sure what's the exact word for it, the different words. Like I said in the other video, if you wear it kind of loosely, you're kind of suggesting that you're not so important, but it's still at the same time, this concealing is important. Anyway, so they probably left her on the outside of her town to walk back into the city without her headscarf. And that probably made her think twice about her headscarf. Because there's probably lots of people, gypsies, I'm not sure anyone on the outsides of town, not from any country of any specific region or anywhere in particular, but every town has a few dodgies on the outside of town, I'm pretty sure. I live in a supposedly first-class republic, and we got dodgies all over the outside of town. I'm going to get to that in a second as well. So, yeah, they probably meant to make her think twice, and she probably got collected very quickly, and she probably said, I could have been killed. And then they were like, yeah, let's just say you're killed, because you practically, virtually, were left for dead. So she probably got taken to a far-off country, and then they just said that she was killed. Why would anybody want to do this? Iran, one of the wealthiest countries in the world, and for their oil, and America started wars in Iraq and Afghanistan just to bother Iran eventually, just to start wobbling and toppling Iran to fall over. Why would anybody want to do this? So even you see, you can think it's obviously blatant, like Joe Biden is actually out supporting this. And to those brave women out there in Iran, like, why the hell did he just blew up some of the Josephine world family? Why does he suddenly care about Islam or supporting anyone in Islam when he bombs Islam all the time? Obviously, why is he supporting this? Because it's in his common interest as well, instability in Iran. Now, you can imagine the table talk between Biden and his advisors. Well, what good is it to us, a culture war in Iran? Even if the theocracy or whatever it is collapses, do we really get a lot of money? Oh, so now suddenly we see, the oil people are protesting with the women now. They just got it mixed up with the oil. It's like, well, it's no good to us, culture war, scarves, women are getting killed or attacked, or there's lots of stuff going on now. We need to get it mixed up with the government particularly, but we want it mixed up with the oil. And then you see on, news, all the oil companies are coming out and protesting and getting mixed up in this burqa dilemma. Sorry, I can't say it, I'm not sure what the word is, sorry, I don't want to be offensive. This burqa thing. I might scare you all, ladies, as well. Not about it around flattering you and reminding you how important you are and preservation of your integrity and your families are. I know this firsthand myself. If you all start ditching your headscarves in this current climate at the moment that we're in, of Babylonian burning bush, and loss of Christ power and loss of Islam power. Oh, Christ is Islam, same prophet, or same, Christianity. They just take it very seriously, and yeah. Anyway, and you're supposed to take it very seriously. That's what happened, and they're taking all the legwork and all the weight. Islam are really on the world, and Christianity flourishes. Then and we just bomb them. Thanks for making our lives so splendid, and literally splendid. And then we just bomb them for all their celibacy and piety and efforts in life, and their wonderful neighbourly. But anyway, ladies of the East, ladies all over the world actually. In my country at the moment, there's young lads sitting around masturbating on the streets like the Book of Jeremiah, staring at people, and they're all mixing up with gypsy Babylonian sex magic. If you start ditching your headscarves, you don't really know or remember why these things are important, but you will be reminded when you stink like a bunch of gypsies on the outside of your town, and they're all sitting around masturbating with your pictures of you and your family. This is happening to me. I stink a lot. Special military activities in Gardaí, Shia Khan, everyone bunking my family and my friends. And it's all over now. They're doing it to everyone. So if you start ditching your headscarves, very, very, very important people to do with Christianity, Joseph family. So it's going to affect Joseph, and it'll affect Christianity, and it'll affect the entire world when gypsies start coveting your images, ladies, and wanking and exploiting you. And now everybody knows about it. Kidnapping, and exploiting, and coveting neighbours' wives, and it's like, I've never heard of this before. I was like, so this is what the Decalogue is all about. If we just keep to this and this neighbourly conduct and not screw with each other, then everything would be fine. You wouldn't even need to wear burqas, or excuse me, whatever I'm not sure what it is. You wouldn't need to wear, if everyone was Compos Mentis and Decalogue, they wouldn't need to, because nobody would exploit your wife or your neighbours or families. But Christian world. So they are going to exploit you, and you'll realise that kind of shortly. America probably particularly will start to do that more so than anyone. The stinky gypsies on the outside of town. Again, of no nationality or descent or placehood or anyone. There's always gypsy. I don't mean travellers. I don't mean gypsy is like gypsy stuff, stuff that God wanted you to forget and stay away from and leave behind. But some people still exercise and hold on to it. Travellers, as I understand, are not gypsies, although they can pick up a lot of tricks on their trade, on their way, and to go around from place to place. But in my country, anyway, they're not gypsies. They're not, they're hustlers, and they're like, and work on a different level to everyone else. I liked it. I liked it most in part. Very tough life. But these are not gypsies. Gypsies are like military and royalty, and Marines, even special military and special, and then your police and stuff will get involved and so because they want to control police when they're in your town. So then you stink like these people, and you'll have a brow like this. You know what I mean? You look like me, sainted celibate, and decade celibacy. I'm not even going to talk or offend you. Sorry about talking about myself so much, but if you're a good person, they'll harvest you more. So then it's just very questionable. Like in these times of Jeremiah, there were terrible people who are being promoted to like being wankers basically, and they're harvesting all the good people. Anyone that's sainted and celibate and kind and made a lot of effort and recorded the Decalogue, big juicy fruits just to be coveted, and big juicy fruits for all the locusts to coveted, exploit, and tear to pieces, because you're just better food to them, aren't you? So it pays the question, why be a good person anymore? It'll always be kitty fucking wankers with the fucking Dutch and the Swiss and the French, IRA. Anyway, ladies, you'll stink like the IRA. And if you woke up, if half of Europe would realise, a lot of people like, why do we sound of an Irish accent? Why does everybody? Because there's a load of gypsies in Ireland using my name to wank and take control of everybody. That's the highest orrery in the world. There won't be another one. I have another fly. But the highest orrery in the world. And they can use my orrery to mess with anyone. Absolutely anybody. And these didn't work with me. I'd be nice. I'm going to compare myself. But I would have been nice. You don't have